Mariners lose, but don't lose any ground in the AL West. We have a few opinions coming your way. Seahawks legend Matt Hasselbeck is on the show. We'll talk Seahawks past and present, plus Matt's effort to find a method of discovering CTE and living people. Great cause there, doing some great work, and he'll talk about it. And as the Seahawks get ready to head to Nashville, we'll hear from some of the players ahead of their practice with the Titans. So let's get right to the Mariners. This historic loss that we started talking about, and I'm sure you've heard about it all day long at the water cooler in the office, on sports radio. It's all over the place. Brewers take game one of the series 22-0. That loss is tied for the largest shutout in Major League Baseball history with a game that took place in 1888. Bryce Miller takes the loss. Mariners are 1-9 in his last 10 starts, so he has really been struggling. 4 errors for the M's last night. Again, 22 runs, 22 hits. Bryce talked after the game, and among his quotes, he said this. Obviously, this was an embarrassing loss. We got our butts kicked. At the end of the day, though, like sitting on it too long is not going to do anything for us. Lots of emotions after this one, Chris.
Yeah, I think embarrassing is one word you could use. Worst loss in franchise history. Not even close for me. I saw that on social media. A lot of people saying this is the worst loss ever. I read a lot of those posts. Let's be clear. The worst loss in franchise history happened on October 20th of 2025, Game 7 of the American League Championships. The Blue Jays defeated the Mariners 4-3. George Springer hit a clutch 3-run home run in the bottom of the 7th to send Toronto, not the Mariners, to the World Series. That loss was the worst in franchise history. This loss, embarrassing, yes. Let's be clear about this loss, though. Bryce Miller actually pitched 4 solid innings, retired 8 straight. Josh Simpson gave up 5 runs. Leo Rivas gave up 9 runs. 9 of the 22 runs came when Rivas was pitching. So first off, the 22 runs doesn't bother me. You gave up when it was 11-0. That bothers me that you gave up. The loss is just one loss. The Mariners are not in a 4th of July firecracker tournament where they have a run differential, Paul, weighted in on runs. 22-0, 1-0, both equal 1 loss. Not to mention the Astros lost last night. What concerns me with this loss, Julio's playing center field. We're going to talk about that. Cal not holding onto the ball at home plate. I'm sorry, everybody that says, oh, the guy pushed his... No, he should hold onto that ball. 5 hits. 5 hits also concerns me. The last guy the Mariners faced, if you dig into this, was Brewers catcher Gary Sanchez. The Brewers are like, we're fine. Let's just throw our backup catcher out there. We couldn't score 1 run against Gary Sanchez. Rock bottom? I think so. 22-0, I believe, is rock bottom. And, Paul, on this day, I turn to the author of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. J.K. said, rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. In 2008, Forbes magazine named her the world's highest paid author. She did okay after hitting rock bottom, Paul. The Mariners have hit rock bottom. Let us hope. Let us all hope on this day it becomes a spark and a foundation for this Mariners team, Paul. Dude. We couldn't hit the backup catcher, Paul.
Dude, I don't even know where you're going. You bring up J.K. Rowling. I'm like, is this diatribe ever going to end? Holy cow, you're all over the place.
Well, I'm all over the place like the Mariners season, Paul.
I guess, man.
But the great thing is, there's still time, Paul.
Yeah, I'm with you. You nailed the worst loss in history for sure. Absolutely in Toronto. But this thing, I honestly didn't care about the 22 runs. I didn't. I mean, Rivas is on the mound. He gives up 9, as Chris said, and everybody saw. I don't care. At that point, though, if I'm Dan Wilson and this guy's throwing like he's in some beer league, I'm bringing somebody else out. I mean, stop the flood. It's just, at some point, just stop it. Throw another guy in there. Mm-hmm. Anybody on that field could have done a little bit better than that. But when these guys run after run, can you imagine the Brewers in the dugout coming out on deck, just high-fiving each other, go nail this guy. Go increase your batting average, because that's exactly what they did. But I was way more worried, and Chris, you and I are in lockstep on this thing, which I didn't think we would be, because the 22 runs didn't bother me. It was the play at the plate. It was Julio throwing the ball out into launching it into basically the upper deck out there at American Family Field. He didn't just chuck it into the bullpen. He threw it miles. And so it's just like, And again, when someone does that, the guys on base are allowed 2 bases. So that just allowed another run to score. It's just another gift. But the Julio play, you talk about Cal at the plate.
Let's start with the Cal play, because a lot of people think that that he was pushing the mid away.
Well, that's what Cal said after the game.
They can't take him out. I mean, he can't be taken out at plate. You've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've got no excuse for that one, Paul. And then when you're playing center field, I don't care if it's 19-0, if it's 20-0, if it's 84-0. You need to know how many outs are out there.
Can you blame him for being a little dusty up there, though, as the guys are just racking up runs? I completely agree with you. But on the flip side, I could see where these guys lost interest out there, down 14, 15, 16, nothing. It's like, holy crap.
There's some that would argue, why is he even out there? Why is he even out there?
Well, Chris, he's not going to get hurt. He's not doing anything. He's just out there catching fly balls. And the biggest question was, I agree. Those errors were so blatant and just made me scratch my head. I'm like, come on, man. These aren't beer league players either. These are the guys you have huge contracts of. Josh Naylor just kind of casually dropping the ball at first base.
4 errors, 4 errors, 5 hits. Yeah. Producer Joel Knipp mentioned the word in our afternoon meeting, discipline and lack of discipline. And with the season on the line, and I get it, you're losing this game. The Milwaukee Brewers are a very good team, but you need to start showing some discipline. I mean, you're coming out of this Astros series. You're looking great. Things are starting to roll, and then this.
Yeah, but here's
this.
Right. But here's what cracks me up. They did come out of the Astros series, and they're killing it. Everybody's pounding their chest going, hey, man, it took 2 out of 3. Should have taken all 3. Yes, that's true. These guys lost 1 game. I don't give a crap what the score was. It was 22-0. Who cares? Yeah. They lost a game. The Astros lost. They're still 4 back in the AL West. So I just say it almost comically, like, who cares what the score was? Yeah. I mean, they're in the AL West, and we've talked about it for months, Chris. The Rangers and Astros aren't running away with this division. So you can lose 22-0 or 1-0. If the other team loses 2, you're still right there.
And in some breaking news, Paul, Simpson sent down. Jonathan Diaz is being called up. I'm going to be honest with you right now, everybody. I think you bring up Cade Anderson right now. The season is on the line. Why not bring up him right now? Bryce Miller, Paul mentioned, has been struggling. He's pretty good as a piggyback pitcher. Put Bryce Miller in the bullpen. He is better than Simpson. He's better than Rucker. He's better than Davila. There's Miller's tough run. Last 7 starts, 0-5 record, 6.57 ERA. Bring up Cade Anderson now. Put him as a starter. We heard from Jerry DiPoto that Cade Anderson's not going to the bullpen. He never said Bryce Miller's not going to the bullpen. You need help in that bullpen. There's no sign that Matt Brash is coming up now. I would also argue that you bring up Mike Arroyo right now as well. Put him in left field. Have Randy Arozarena as your DH. 36 games to go. I'm not getting off this roller coaster. I'm not giving up on this team. All hands on deck, and right now, you want the best hands on deck.
Man, like I said, the panic level is the same as it was 3 days ago.
Yes,
I just don't think anything changes after getting killed by the Brewers. But
panic button to Seahawks, Paul.
Okay, let's talk some Seahawks. They have reportedly signed former Dallas Cowboys Pro Bowl cornerback Javon Diggs. The move addresses one of Seattle's biggest question marks and offers Diggs a chance for a fresh start after a roller coaster run in Dallas and most recently Green Bay, where he played a couple of snaps last year. Seahawks still plan to sign cornerback Terrion Arnold, but with no word on when he'll be available to play amid his ongoing legal case. The Hawks are hoping Diggs can give them a more immediate help at the position.
I think this is a great pickup for the Seahawks, Paul. Diggs is only 27 years of age, second-round pick in 2020. He was a first-team All-Pro, selected to the Pro Bowl in 2021 after setting a Cowboys record with 11 interceptions. He's a ball hawk. He also made the Pro Bowl in 2022, then signed a 5-year deal worth $97 million before the 2023 season. Yes, he has had some injuries to both knees, missed 6 games in 2024. Last season, he missed 8 games with a right knee injury, also suffered a concussion during an accident at home. Carl Scott, Seattle Seahawks defensive backs coach and defensive passing game coordinator, was Diggs' position coach at Alabama, so they have a little relationship. In the end, like I said, Paul, Seattle Seahawks, this helps their team. They needed help, and they go out and get it right now. Mariners? Cade Anderson? Just throwing it out there.
Dude, we'll get back to your baseball chat a little bit later on. Let's stick with football real quick. Hard Knocks, episode 3 last night. Anything stand out to you? To me, it's still the camera work is unbelievable. And
this is where
600 frames per second. I love that.
You and I are on sync. It's an hour-long show, and you and I have the exact same favorite shot. It's the sprinkler head coming out of the crowd.
I mean, you're sitting there watching the show, and all of a sudden, what am I watching here? And all of a sudden, it's the sprinkler head, which is just super cool. And like I said, they shoot those things that we were told at 600 frames a second, so you're getting this super slow-mo. But also, JSN, they when he just splits into all his routes on the route tree, I thought that was a really cool effect too. So a lot of great stuff. And of course, Chris, they continue to run the Chamber of Commerce video because every beautiful shot seems to sell Seattle that much more.
Yeah, man, I love this. This shows a lot with the Seahawks. I mean, Devin Witherspoon signs his deal, comes in that day, and pretty much everybody was there just to give him a hug and some love. And that's the cool thing about this team is everybody wants the best for everybody. They all want to be paid. In the end, they're all not going to get those big contracts, but everybody's so excited for him. I continue to be impressed with what I'm seeing from Cooper Kupp during Hard Knocks. The fact that Cooper Kupp is not just in the receivers room. He's with the quarterbacks. He's helping the coach. I mean, Cooper Kupp is everywhere. I don't know if he's going home, Paul. I know he's got a wife and kids, but every meeting you look at, is that Cooper Kupp in the back? I mean, and then we saw it during the preseason game. I know you were there for that game, but Cooper Kupp on the sidelines helping the young receivers out. I'm loving it. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. Also love the Brady Russell stuff. We're going to hear from Brady later on in the show. Him and his wife had their first child over the weekend, so great stuff there as well.
For sure.